Grenada and Saint Vincent and the Grenadines are well known for their natural beauty and rich biodiversity. Perhaps some of the most remarkable features can be found at the uninhabited offshore islands in the Grenadines, which are infrequently visited by people and often difficult to access. They have tens of thousands of seabirds nesting on uninhabited islands. During nesting season, the islands and surrounding waters come alive with a flurry of activity, with seabirds socializing, fishing, building nests, and raising chicks in a pattern that has been repeated every year for thousands of years. However, despite the Grenadines island chain hosting what seems to be thriving populations of seabirds, they continue to be highly threatened and rapidly disappearing, primarily due to human activities such as illegal harvesting, development, grazing of livestock on offshore islands, plastic pollution, disturbance, and the presence of predators such as rodents at their nesting sites. Given the remote setting and inaccessibility of most nesting sites in the Grenadines, enforcement of protective environmental legislations remain minimal due to the high cost of monitoring populations and enforcing violations to the island chain. Environmental Protection in the Caribbean, EPIC, has been working to bring attention to these often neglected species and areas to preserve seabirds and their nesting sites by building a network of advocates throughout Grenada and Saint Vincent and the Grenadines since 2009.
Seabirds are vital for showing us the health of our oceans, as they are easy to see and require healthy populations of fish to survive. An empty sky where seabirds once prosper can mean an empty sea. Protecting seabird nesting habitat also protects other wildlife which call these islands home.
Illegal seabird harvesting activities has been of major concerns. Fisherfolk in the group commented on their concern about the extent of illegal harvesting activities at nesting sites, remarking that they have noticed drastic changes in seabird populations. Fisherfolk have a unique relationship with seabirds, often relying on them to find fish, navigate, and interpret weather through many years of observation.
We cannot catch fish. But number one, the boat gonna make it to know where the fish is. So as you're going out and you see a board, you're gonna say, yeah, okay. You see a board up there, let's go. As you reach there, most of the time there are something that the board see in the water. So when they're a piece of steak, when they're a piece of wood, could be a net, whatever it is, the board saw it. So when we saw the board, that's when we go there and don't.
The fishermen are calling for increased enforcement to preserve populations for future generations. Overall, there was a concern amongst all participants regarding the number of wild goats and rats in the protected areas. With the seabird nesting season fast approaching, EPIC has reminded the public that harvesting of seabirds, their chicks and eggs, is prohibited and punishable by law in Grenada and Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. For GBN News, Beverly Telliswood.